Honeymoon time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Figma number 41. It's Sonsaku Hakufu from Ikkitousen Great Guardians. Another old school Figma I got pre-owned from Ami. This one was from Ami. I'm always Ami or Mandarake. People always ask me where do you get these old figures, and this one is from Ami. Again, is it? Yeah, no, the packaging has not been opened. It is pre-owned, but it has been left in the box. So we're gonna change that and take her out of the box. Look at that, I'm excited about that part. That's something special, so let's have a look. Top-notch fan service, boys and girls. Let's go. Have a look at the size real quick. She stands at about 14 centimeters, 5.5 inches tall to the top of her head. But if you want to count the little hair pieces that stick out over there, that's 14.5. So I'd say 5-7 inches tall. Overall look in detail of the figure. She is very anime accurate. Got the orange hair and nice anime eyes. Figma really not disappointing with that. And the one earring. Having a look at the hair, it's nicely molded. But on the flip side though, it's kind of weird. Like, you don't have relaxed hair. It's always gonna be in a battle position, which does fit with the character. I mean, she really likes to fight. Rest of the figure, you have a more standard looking schoolgirl uniform, but with the big boobies, nicely molded, and the wrinkles in the outfit. It is clean. Same thing goes actually for everything, not just the hair, but with the wrinkles and especially the skirt, like more like a Scottish looking skirt. That's really also bent in every way, so really looks like she's fighting, or, you know, wind or whatever. It's dynamic, it's floating, and I mean literally floating, because you can also move it down and up. It's not held on by anything. And pantsu time! Obviously, you're gonna see a lot of pantsu in that show, so you gotta have them nice pantsus in the figure. Has some detail in it. And we go down to the shoes. Then the socks, well, I want to say knee socks, but it's not actually knee socks. And the luggage is also there. And yeah, I mean, simple design, but very nicely executed. Now looking at the articulation, is being an old school Figma. Not really that much has changed, but just some things are a little bit more ancient. You have still the neck that doesn't have any articulation. Well, neck articulation is here and there with Figma, but it's one of those Figmas where the neck goes in an angle. So it always looks kind of weird if you're moving the head up. So keep that in mind. Goes forward, goes back, goes, tilts, does go side to side. I got it earlier, but it's all depending on the angle you're having it in. With the hair, as you can tell, it is molded there, so it will block it some ways. But it does go all the way around. Well, actually no. Let me pull it out a little bit before I break anything. It's blocked by the hair, but it would go all the way around if I could just get the peg. Don't really get the peg out, so I'm just gonna pass on that. We got the double ball combination in the shoulders, so you can rotate it around. This is soft plastic, by the way. I think this is just draped over. Yeah, draped over the arm. Yeah, the ball combination goes backward, forward, up and down, and doesn't like to disconnect, as you can tell, but also rotates around on the arm, the bicep, kind of like a bicep swivel. You got the round ball hinge, flat ball hinge in the elbow. Which is kind of weirdly molded, by the way. Like, the way it sticks out over here, not the greatest, but once again, that is how old Figma sometimes works. Got the single hinge that is just pegged into the forearm, rotation, and the front part over here, also worth mentioning, is soft plastic, so that will not get into the way. Now, I thought there was some articulation in the chest area over here, because there's something cut up, but no. I guess it's just for taking it off later. You're gonna have a look at that, but it does look kind of weird leaving this gap over here. So we got torso articulation, the chest area. Does go back and forth and does not really tilt side to side. It does go around though, not really all the way. I mean, I wouldn't force it. You have a peg that's end on a ball for your crotch articulation. You can bring that around, back, forward, and get some wiggle motion with that. Then the legs are on ball joints, yeah, with pegs in. And then you can rotate that one, the entire piece actually around. I didn't expect the entire piece here to rotate, but that's alright. Covers up the ball fairly nicely as it disconnects, but it does go forward, does go to the back, and it does go out to the side very nicely, again with the skirt not getting in the way because it's soft plastic. Then we got single hinge in the knee, classic stuff, and the foot is on another packed-in ball hinge, so you can bring that back and forth. And it does tilt side to side. It is somewhat blocked though, it doesn't really have that much room, but it does work. And now for the fan service part, I mean accessories. We're talking about accessories, right? So first and foremost, I'm gonna have a look at the faces. You got the smirk with the yellow kind of dragon eyes, and the one looking to the side with the open mouth yelling. Both look very good. You have a skirt which is ripped up because, you know, they battle, and all of their clothes get ripped up. All of their clothes get ripped up. Let me know. Oh. Yes, we got a different chest piece and torso piece where the clothes got ripped up in a fashion that's so unfortunate. But yeah, that's the theme of the show, guys. That happens a lot, like all the time. They go into battle and it's like, oh no, my clothing, it ripped. Just, you know, still my nipples are covered and stuff, but it's still ripped. Okay, so we got, those are really booby grab hands. If those aren't booby grab hands, I don't know what that is. But yeah, grabbing hands, really with the claws and fingernails, very nicely done. She has holding hands, even though she doesn't have anything to hold. And fist hands, well, not really fist, kind of like more posing. She really brings the finger out over here a little bit more, and more posing hands for your karate stances and whatnot. And you got the Figma base and the Figma back, as I lose my voice, but there it is. And yeah, that's it. So that's gonna bring me to the final thoughts, but before I go, a couple of things to note which I'm not really happy about. Connecting all the extra parts is super tedious, and as you can tell, it does not line up. It does leave some gaps, and I tried to heat it up, but yeah, it doesn't really it doesn't work that well. Same with the skirt. I still have the regular skirt. I really wanted to have the battle damage skirt, but the hole here is way too small. Really takes a lot of heating up and fidgeting around, and after playing around with this for half an hour and still not getting it to line up completely, I just gave up on that, and I was just like, alright, we're just gonna end it right here. But regardless of that, I still think the figure looks pretty good. The accessories are okay. I'm kind of disappointed that she doesn't come with a sword or like the red gloves she had in the beginning. Then again, this is the Dragon's Destiny design, so she shouldn't have the red gloves. So, and you know, other than that, there's some small aesthetic problems, like with the arms, that there you have some plastic standing over. Same for the knees. They're not the prettiest, but they're not the worst. But it is an old Figma, so I can forgive that. But overall, I still do recommend this figure. It looks good. I'm just saying, I wouldn't pay too much for it though. I paid like only a couple thousand yen for it. And I mean, on the original release, they were also pretty cheap. It's just like the Figmas have gained some attention, have gained some fandom, so now they're trying to sell for outrageous price. So once again, this one is cool, but just don't let yourself be ripped off for it. So that's gonna do it as usual, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for my figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Hakufu wants.